His name is Bob Ingalls, and he's a screenwriter. And here he is.
Hello.
I want to first thank you for coming on my blog.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
All right.
welcome. My pleasure.
I want to start by asking. Start by asking which shows have you worked on?
Well, I've done everything from I've done a show a year for the past probably 15 years, starting with Wise Guy and Twin Peaks in the 90s to Sirens for ABC, Good versus Evil, which was on the USA Network, Sequest, and most recently I did Andromeda, which was on the Sci-Fi Channel. So it's a show a year, and then I've written a couple of movies and episodes of other shows. Just to keep I just keep struggling along. Yeah.
When you're ready to start a new episode for a show, how do you come up with ideas?
Well, as the producer of them, I was the showrunner for Andromeda. You have the season, the 22 shows. You've pretty much got them all plotted out, or at least general ideas figured out from working with the other writers on staff. So you have a general idea of what's going to happen in an episode, because you have to get to a certain point to end the season or to complete the season. So it's really a case of, in a case of a science fiction or a reoccurring story, there's a map you've already figured out. If it's a cop show or a comedy, it's usually just something that usually it's drawn from either a book you liked that you kind of get an inspiration from, or an event in real life that you liked, or something that happened to you, or something you dream, and you just start to put the characters from the series into that story idea. And then how those characters would react to that situation is how the story evolves.
Now, you teach screenwriting.
I do.
Here, yeah.
I do.
What are some of the things that you do on these?
Well, I think we try to keep it as simple as possible in the screenwriting I do. That I try to teach that there has to be obviously a beginning, has to be an end. That at the beginning of your script, you have to know, you have to tell the audience what's going to happen at the end. You got to really set it up so the audience knows what the movie's about, and then you can pretty much do whatever you want as long as you get to the end that you promised. The one that you said, that's where we're going, that's where you have to end up. And in between, I try to find ways to show the student how to put twists and turns in the characters, how you try to get the characters to hit dead ends so that it looks like there's no way he or she can get out of this, and then figure out a way to get out of it. And also to learn how to drive the story forward through montages and dreams and cinematic devices. And that's in the simplest sense. That's what it is.
Do you also watch movies?
Yeah, I watch a movie, probably a movie a week, or a movie every 3 weeks, depending on if there's stuff that's in particular that seems to help more of the students will stay longer. Just like we did, in your class, we did a number of weeks on Butch Cassidy and a number of weeks on Shadow of a Doubt. So
yeah,
and I changed I changed the movies around, so
each
so I don't get sick.
Yeah. I do know one set rule is that approximately one page of script equals about 1 minute of movie.
Page a minute, yeah.
So about a 2-hour movie is about 120 pages or so.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And action, you don't need as big a length, because one line of action can take 10 minutes. So that has to be gauged. But as a rule, a normal piece of writing, page of it is a minute, just about.
What would be your recommendations for somebody that wants to become a screenwriter?
Well, I think the biggest thing to do is to get involved in showbiz, to find a way to work on a movie set or on a TV set. I think that's the number one experience you can get. Somewhere, find a job, not necessarily a writing job, but find a way to be around production so you can really see how it works. You can start to make friends with people that work there, both people that are your contemporary and people that are either the stars of the show or the movie, or other actors or other writers. And just to be around that community helps immensely. I think the other way is to work as a writer's assistant, some kind of assistant to a writer. That's another great way to get into showbiz and also be exposed to the right way to do it. That's the right way to say it. Those are the two. I think just any old job in showbiz is a good idea.
So it's like getting your foot in the door.
Just get in the door, yeah.
Right, yeah.
You don't have to do that job forever. It just
Yeah.
gets you in there and gets you going.
And I think that's pretty much with anything in this industry anyway. You're just
Mhm.
getting your foot, just starting
Yep.
anywhere, anything you can do,
Completely.
or taking any
Yeah.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to take the
Right.
crappiest job
Yeah.
because that's,
Yeah.
that no one else wants it, that means that's the job you're gonna get, so.
Yeah.
That's what I recommend.
Because
You're welcome.
I really enjoyed your class. And now with one of my classmates in my story structure class, and his name is Chris. Chris is from Sweden. What city in Sweden are you from?
It's a small town called Karlskoga. It's in the middle of Sweden between Stockholm and Gothenburg.
Mhm. What are some of the differences you say between Swedish culture and American culture?
I'd say that you have more holidays, like Thanksgiving and stuff, and you eat a lot of fast food. Yeah.
I guess they don't do that there in Sweden.
Not as much now.
Yeah. What made you interested in the film profession?
I don't know, I've always been interested in film. It's no particular reason, actually. When I was like 15, 16 years old, I started to watch inline skating movies a lot. And I started to make my own inline skating movies because I was into that sport.
Mhm.
Then it became like skiing movies, and then I went really interested in feature films and stuff like that.
Do you have a favorite, say, American genre of movie?
I think the American comedies is really good. I think Sweden is really bad in making comedies. So I'd say
why
that.
why is that? Why do you think?
I don't know. It's just Swedish is just. I don't like to hear my own language in film. I don't know why. Just don't like it.
Interesting. Yeah. And what do you hope to get into as far as profession in the filming industry?
I want to become a director someday.
A director.
Yeah,
Is there any director names that has influenced you, or?
probably Guy Ritchie.
Mhm.
Mhm. And Peter Wolfgang,
Mhm.
main Troy.
All right.
I like David Mamet's theories as well.
Oh.
He's interesting in how to direct and stuff. Yeah,
Do you actually get to see a lot of American-made movies there in Sweden?
yeah, that's all we watch.
Oh.
We have some Swedish movies, but most of them are crap.
Compared to the American
Yeah,
ones. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Chris, and good luck.
thank you, you too.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Nice meeting you.